to our channel. My name is Ellie, and I am the founder and executive director of LIFTS Together, the Learning Initiative for Families and Teens. We are a new nonprofit down here in South Florida, and thank you so much for stopping by. On this channel, we're going to be talking about education, college readiness, creating pathways for success for students and families, especially for those who feel unseen or unsupported by the current system. Today, I want to share a little bit of my story, how LIFT came to be, and some real concerns I have about where education in Florida is headed. Most importantly, I want to talk about how you can help us make a difference. So, a little bit about me. I've been in education for just under a decade now. I've worked as an English teacher, a reading teacher, a softball coach. I've taught in public schools and charter schools. Right now, I'm also an adjunct professor at a local university, working in the education department, preparing the next generation of teachers for the classroom. Over the years, I've seen firsthand how brilliant and capable our students are. I've also seen how many of them are quietly struggling with challenges that go beyond academics. I've taught students working full-time jobs to help their families. I've taught students who are dreaming about college but unsure on how to start. I've taught students with so much talent and drive but no roadmap and no understanding of what that next step is. And it all broke my heart to see the potential that was being lost or underappreciated. Not because they didn't care, but because the system isn't designed to lift them up. This is where LIFT comes in. The Learning Initiative for Family and Teens started as a small idea. What if we created a space for students and families where they could dream, learn, and plan for success together? We began with one-on-one mentoring and college application help, but LIFT has always been about more than just tutoring. We're about educating the person as a whole. Through our Pathways Summer program, we help students explore college options, career options, write personal statements, learn time management, understand financial aid, prepare for the SAT, and really just kind of hold their hand through that college application process to make sure that they feel supported and that nothing's going to come up where they don't know who to ask for help should they need it. And on top of that, because families are such a crucial part of student success, we're also beginning our parental academies that help parents navigate FAFSA, looking for scholarships and grants, providing emotional support to the parent, as well as how the parent can offer emotional support to their child as the entire family goes through a major life transition after high school. Really, LIFT exists to make sure that no student or family ever feels lost or left behind again. I know you guys are gonna laugh at me, and I'm fully laughing at myself, but my why became extremely clear during and after the pandemic. I always wanted to be a teacher. I always wanted to be in education, and I knew that from a very young age. Getting into the classroom, you're able to see that what you think teachers do is not everything that teachers do. It's maybe like 5%. There's so much more that I was not prepared for that I needed to very quickly learn to be able to provide that support to my families and students. But when the pandemic hit and all of the schools shut down, everything became magnified by 200%. We could see the students literally falling through the cracks, not because they lacked motivation, but because they lacked access. Not having reliable Wi-Fi, not having safe places to learn and attend the virtual class, not having guidance on how to navigate virtual education. That's when I realized something had to change. Up until this point, I had been waiting for someone to kind of tap me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, Ellie, you're good enough to make this change. Go ahead." And the longer and longer I stayed in the classroom, the more clear it became that no one was ever going to do that. So I needed to do it for myself. If I wanted to support my students more outside of the classroom, I needed to create something that would allow me to do that. and thereby creating lifts. I took everything I learned from the classroom and started building lifts from the ground up. We are a community-based nonprofit centered on connection, compassion, and empowerment. As proud as I am of what I've built so far, I'll be honest, I am deeply concerned about where education in Florida is heading. We're facing teacher shortages, underfunded schools, political interference, and growing curriculum restrictions that limit creativity, critical thinking, and cultural understanding. When we take away those opportunities to think, question, and explore, we're not preparing students for the world. We're teaching them how to fit into it. Education should be liberating, not limiting. It should teach students how to think and not what to think. And that's why LIFT's mission feels more urgent than ever, to reimagine education as a community effort. No single teacher, school, or program can help alone. But together, families, nonprofits, educators, and community supporters, we can all come together and close the gaps that will allow students to be lifted higher. See what I did there? That brings us to November. We've decided that November is our official introduction to the world, and we're really excited about our Lift Up November campaign. We'll be sharing stories from our families and our students, behind the scene videos on how we've built our programs, my personal journey as teacher turned founder, really the highs and lows of starting our nonprofit from scratch. All of this brings me to what I'm really excited about, our Lift Up November campaign. We'll be sharing stories from our students and families. You'll go behind the scenes to see how we develop our programs. I'll share with you my personal journey as teacher turned founder and the real highs and lows of what it means to start a nonprofit from scratch. This campaign isn't just about fundraising, although we do need your help. Every dollar you give goes directly to student opportunities, program supplies, and expanding access for free educational support for the families who need it most. But we don't just want people to donate. We want people to understand who we are at our core and feel like we are a part of your community. We want you to see where your money goes. We want you to see how we're improving. We want you to know that when you support Lift, you're not just giving, you're investing in hope, opportunity, and the community. So if you are interested in helping this November, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. Share our posts. Tell others why education matters to you. Tell us why education matters to you. So interact with the posts as well. Don't just share, but interact. You can join our newsletter, stay up to date on student success stories, what we're doing, volunteer opportunities, how we're growing. If you can, donate. That's always appreciated. But remember, November isn't our fundraiser. It's our formal introduction to the world, and we want you to be a part of it. At Lift, our vision is simple: educated empowerment, helping students and families see that they already have everything they need to shape their futures. If this message spoke to you, I would love for you to subscribe and like the video and share it with someone who believes in education as much as we do. If you're a student or parent who wants to get involved, click the links below. If you are an educator or organization who wants to collaborate, let's connect. All of our links go directly to me. All of the emails go directly to me. I realize I've been saying we and our in this video. I do want to be, again, open and honest. This is a one-man operation for right now. It is me coming to you from my home, trying to make a difference in the community that raised me. Thank you for staying around and taking the time to get to know us a little bit more. I hope you decide to introduce yourself, and I'd love to hear from all of you. So thank you so much.